Hello, my name is Doug. Welcome to ICE's Thought of the Week, and this week we're going to be thinking about the future. So, how often do you think about the future? One of my favourite films is the classic film Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. If you haven't seen it, he's just a normal teenager trying to live his life, and it befriends this doctor who can travel through time, and he gets sent back in time and has some crazy adventures along the way. Great film. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. In the sequel to that film, they go into the future, and the year that they go into the future is 2015. And it's so weird because they have all these predictions about flying cars and about what the future's going to be like, and then we've lived through 2015 and it's totally different to what they predicted. Maybe when you think about the future, you're thinking about your own future, thinking about what you're going to study at GCSE, what you're going to study at A-level, what uni you're going to go to, what job you're going to do in the future, who you're going to marry, if you're going to marry at all, if you're going to travel the world, all the possibilities of life ahead of you. Maybe when you think about the future, you think about humanity's future. Where are we going as a species? You look at how history has shaped us and how we've gone through all these changes through the world, and how our lives today are very different even to those 50 years ago, let alone thousands of years ago. And if we think 50 years in the future, wow, what changes are going to be made? What's even more amazing is how quickly that technology has developed. So the mobile phones that were around when I was a kid, they did text and they made calls, and maybe you could play Snake, but they were pretty basic. You couldn't do much else. The mobile phone that you have in your bag or in your pocket right now, the one that I'm using to record this film, that has a computer in it, which is more powerful than the computer system that the Apollo space missions used. Yep, your phone is so powerful that it could run an Apollo space mission, sending 3 people to the moon and back. That is amazing. And if all that progress has happened in just a few decades, what else is going to happen in the future? But this year has thrown some real unpredictability into the mix. Lots of people predicted that an event like a COVID pandemic would happen and could happen, they just didn't know when. And we totally weren't prepared for it either. And I think for me, that's left me thinking that actually the future's really unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen, either in my life personally, but in humanity's kind of progress as well. Are we going to have another pandemic in our lifetime? Potentially, yeah. The statistics say that we probably are more likely to than our previous generation. We're also going to be more affected by climate change. The changing climate, we're already seeing it in Canada and in Lapland, where they're having massive heat extremes. And all that is leading us to know that the world is becoming increasingly unpredictable. In the Bible, we know that God is the author of all creation, that He is Alpha and Omega, He is beginning and the end. He knows the future, even if we don't. And after Jesus had died and come back to life again, He made a promise to His disciples. In Matthew 28, which is one of the records of Jesus' life, we read this. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age." That is a great comfort, because we have no idea what the future holds. We have no idea what our future holds or what everyone's future holds. But what we can be sure of is that if we want Him to, God, the creator of the whole universe, wants to spend that time with us. He reassures us that He will always be there for us, no matter what the future holds. I hope you have a great summer holiday, and I'm really excited to see you in September. Bye for now.